Okay, so why do you think 17 stronger?
I think 17 is stronger than Imperfect Cell because of how they both did against Piccolo. I think 17 put up a much better fight against Piccolo rather than Cell from Gingertown putting up a fight against Piccolo.
Okay. Are you aware of like Cell being suppressed and not really trying?
um, can you go into detail or send some scans?
Okay, so whenever like the fights like going on, the narrator says like they still don't know how strong Cell is. If he was like exerting his full force, then they would obviously have a viable skill where he's how strong he is. And Cell also's whole purpose is simply to gain energy to absorb 17 and 18. His concern is not Piccolo, so he has no reason to like fully fight them to the best of his abilities. That's why he runs away from characters like Krillin and Trunks, where he's actually stronger than them. He just doesn't need to fight.
Can you
I'll
use
give you
that?
the first statement.
Okay.
VC scans, okay.
PC scans, all right.
I can get you scans like with Cell's whole purpose during this whole thing.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
So you can just say like Cell suppressed and like the whole fight just doesn't really matter.
Hold on 1 second. Where's the? Where did you send it?
So wait, send what?
Your scan?
The scan of Cell's power being like unknown.
Yeah,
Yeah, I sent it VC scans.
I'm in VC, or is it? Is there a different scan server? Oh, VC scans. Oh, so I was looking in scans. Okay. Oh, are we debating just anime or is it anime manga? Or that doesn't matter.
I'm using anime only.
We're only debating the anime only.
Yeah,
Well, like, can you do anime and manga where you can post manga scans?
I don't really want to. If you have anime scans
You
that
should have
that I can just
decided
get
I
on.
them.
don't.
Hold on. You should have decided on these rules before, like
I don't have. I don't have. I literally don't have any anime
Everything in
scans.
the
Okay,
manga is already in
the
the
manga
anime.
and the anime are basically the same. I just don't like the manga's arguments.
Um. I don't know what that means. Do you not
But
want
if
me
you
to,
want
or
scans, I probably likely have them. So there's like no point going to the manga.
all right? So this is anime only. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I don't. I really don't have anything now.
And the statements you're using still exist in the anime,
Okay.
and the fights still exist in the anime.
What's it called? In terms of his power being unmeasured, I could just simply argue that we don't know the amount of a threat that Cell actually carries because we know that if he's able to get 17 and 18, right, which he does explain to Piccolo later, that's just going to show like how immeasurable his power is, and like it proves later that like you know him getting 17 and 18 like is a massive threat to the planet. So I think in terms of his power being unmeasured, I think he's more referring to like the dangers that he could provide if he's able to get his hands on 17 and 18.
So you're saying that
Also,
the like
also, wait, hold on. So,
no, you can
the
go.
reason why, yeah, the reason why I don't think Cell would be holding back in this instance is because he doesn't necessarily have a purpose to do so. Like, what does he gain? Like, if he's holding back against Piccolo, right? Also, he notes that Piccolo is a lot stronger, right? So, like, why would he like hold back against that Piccolo?
No, I don't see why being a lot stronger correlates to I need to exert my full force.
So, are you saying that like Cell's a lot stronger than Piccolo?
No, I'm saying that if Cell looks at Piccolo and is like, "Wow, you're stronger than I thought," or "You're stronger than what I expected," I don't see why that would correlate to being at his full power at the fight.
Well, the issue is that hold on, give me a second.
Also, I more want to like attack on your the like power being equated to being a threat. Can you like elaborate on that?
Well, we know that like after when he catches Piccolo off guard. Well, I wouldn't even say off guard. Piccolo let him. So like when he absorbed his arm or whatever, and he explained his plans on how he wants to absorb 17 and 18, it goes to show that like he can be a massive threat to the planet, which we see later, because even Vegeta and Trunks and Goku, like post hyperbolic time chamber, aren't able to beat Cell once he absorbs 17 and 18. So I think that's why he carries such a massive threat because of his potential and what he can do, rather than his
So
power
you're
itself
saying
anymore.
power would be referring to potential.
Yeah. Because it says like it's
Like,
unmeasured, right? Because we don't know like what his power is like if he absorbs 17 and 18.
why would they be talking about 17 and 18? It's the context of the fight.
Well, when was this part of the fight? Like
Okay,
when
I'll
did
give you like when the narrator said it. Oh, the episodes take way too long to load up. Hold on. Okay. Okay, the context is talking about the fight. It says the situation being Piccolo being trapped has reversed. However, the beast power is still measured, basically. Or, what's it called? Yeah, unmeasured. So the context is the fight.
Well, what part of the fight?
When Cell grabs his arm and then, or sucks his arm dry, then it explains his whole plan. Then Piccolo just regrows it.
Yeah, so if he explains his whole plan, that's meaning that his power is still measured to the fact that if he gets 17 and 18, then that means that he's going to be a
The
bigger threat.
situation
That's
is
what.
not talking about a plan.
Well,
Situation's the fight.
can I see the video at least, or like what you're using
I
to
can't give
watch
you a
that part?
video because I'm watching it on a website.
Well, can you like I don't know, like can you like deliver like not, I almost said deliver. Can you like drop a link maybe, or so I can like
Okay.
get like a better understanding of the situation, because I'm seeing that, right? Because you're saying, right, uh because what you're saying here, right, is that his power is being unmeasured after he explained that if he absorbs 17 and 18, that his
Well, I'm
power
saying
is
that,
going to be.
but whenever it talks about the situation is like something that's happening right now. It's not talking
Well,
about
that's
what could happen or anything like that.
well, that's fine, because it looks like Piccolo's in the
It
corner right
implies
after.
the reverse.
Wait, hold on, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
So at this point, right? What's it called? Piccolo had his arm sucked, right? Like he got like his power sucked out of his arm, right? And they're saying that the situation has been reversed because it looks like Piccolo's in a corner, even though later on we know that Piccolo allowed that to happen so he can get an idea of who Cell is, right? So what's it called? That's why they saying the situation quote unquote reverse, even though that wasn't necessarily the case, because Piccolo was fine with getting his arm like absorbed. So that's already contradicted, right? Also, well, again, like I said previously, like you're saying that his power is so unmeasured, and I'm just arguing that that's because his 17 and 18 haven't been absorbed yet, and this is after he explained the plan that if he absorbs 17 and 18, then he's going to be able to truly unleash his full power. So that's how I'm interpreting it as.
Okay, so you're saying that like because he like grab. I'm getting a bit confused by what you're saying. You're saying that like he grabbed his arm, he takes it. They say the situation is reversed. Then that means that it's talking about something else, or I'm not really getting what you're saying.
No. At this point, right? Because like I'm going off of this, what I'm seeing, right? This is the point where Piccolo got his arm like absorbed, right? Like
Regrown,
like
regrown.
like he. What do you mean?
Okay, so Cell sucks his arm.
Uh
Then
huh.
Cell talks, then Piccolo grabs his arm, rips it off, and grows a new one.
So
And
then
then the
this
concept is they're like, oh, it's reversing back into Piccolo's favor. However, we still do not know how strong Cell is, so we can't verify where this fight will go.
So this is why, like I said, like, can you like send it? Because at first I thought you were talking about the situation has reversed in Cell's favor because I had no idea like what the context is. All right, but
The implications is reversing in Piccolo's favor. That's
all right,
why
that's
he's like,
fine. All right, that's fine. The situation is reversed in Piccolo's favor. That's still okay. So that's implying that Piccolo could beat Cell here. Even then, right? However, like the beast's depth of power is so unmeasured, right? Again, this is after Cell specifically stated his plan on how he wants to absorb 17 and 18, right? So if he absorbs 17 and 18,
okay,
at
but
this
that would
point
be
we
his
don't know.
potential
Hold on,
power.
let me. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, right? So, however, the beast's depth of power is so unmeasurable, meaning that they don't know how strong they'll be if 17 and 18 are absorbed at that point. Especially because this is after when Cell explained his plan. So.
Okay.
I
Do you
mean,
understand
if you want to
why?
conclude, this point, we can
No,
conclude.
no, I'm gonna still explain. Do you understand why that like interpretation makes no sense?
Explain
Because
to me.
if it was talking about like, let's say like, if it says like Goku's depths of his power unknown, it wouldn't be talking about something like Super Saiyan God. Like that's just not the interpretation. It's clearly talking about the power that a character has at the moment, right? If it was something else, it just wouldn't be referring to the depths of power. And if it was really something else, it like why would it be his depths of his power? It would be something else entirely. It wouldn't be his own power.
Well, the difference is that Goku's different. Like we know how Goku's power operates, right? We don't know how Cell. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. All right. We don't know how Cell operates at this moment because we just know that if you absorb 17 and 18, it looks like no one else can beat Cell, right? And this is after he explained the plan. And if he gets his hands on 17 and 18 and absorbs him, then that's when it's called GG, right? So them saying the depths of his power is unmeasured, you can argue here that 17 and 18 once being absorbed, right? We don't know how strong he'll be. That's what I'm getting from this scan. That is what I'm getting from this scan.
Okay,
Because
well, I was just gonna ask you.
that. Ask me what? What's up? You're gonna ask me.
I'm gonna ask. Don't you think that going from in semi and perfect, they're both power ups, like how Goku's like new forms are power ups?
The difference is that he doesn't have to absorb people to get it, right? Like
I
we
mean,
know
did
that
not
Goku.
absorb
Hold on.
energy.
Let me answer your question. Right? We know that Goku, right? We know that Goku, how he powers up, how he operates, right? It's not unknown how Goku powers up unless it's like a completely new form, right? And then we find out later on, like for instance, when Goku goes Super Saiyan. Um, hold on, I'm kind of let me get this example across. Um, like um, Goku getting Super Saiyan, right? I guess you can say like that's um. Oh man, hold on. Can you ask me that one more time, please? Sorry, I think I
I
got so
said
confused.
you said Cell and Goku are different, so I can't use that example. And I said I don't know, or I'm really branching off this. I don't know why the methods of them gaining, but I'm basically saying they're both getting power ups. Correct? They're both
Well,
ascending
because
to a new level that they don't currently have. So I don't see
well, the
why it'd be
thing
that
is,
different.
well, the reason why it's different is because Cell's an unknown enemy, right? Like he appeared out of nowhere, right? Ginger Town like is completely wiped out. They don't know how it happened, right? So Piccolo's trying to get an understanding, right? So this is completely unknown. He's a completely unknown character, right? And he essentially explains his plan, right, on how he absorbs 17 and 18, and that means that if he gets it, he'll power up, but we don't know how much of the power up it will be because it's going to be unmeasured. I understand what I'm saying now. What I'm saying is essentially is that since we don't know how strong he'll be if he absorbs 17 and 18, that's why his power is unmeasurable because we don't know how strong it'll be. So that's
Unmeasurable
why
or
that's
unmeasured?
I said unmeasurable or unmeasured.
Okay.
I
So
don't know if
you're
that matters,
saying
but the
because of a power up that his current power will be unmeasured.
yeah, because we know because he this is after he explained his plan.
Do
This is
you see why
after
that's
he
contradicting to what you're saying? If you're saying, yeah, his power up would be unmeasured to his current power. If he gets a power up, it's not his current power anymore. Like that's something new.
no, because what I'm trying to say is that what's it called? The because he says here it says the beast is depth of power is still immeasurable, meaning that he can reach these plateaus, right? If he absorbs 17 and 18. We don't know how strong he can get if he absorbs 17 and 18. Right. And I think it's just going back and forth. So I think we should just conclude this point.
Okay. Because I
If
was
you
gonna
have
go
anything,
off.
do you have anything else to say, or
I was gonna say because the entire fight, you don't see like Cell employ any power ups. We only see him use a key eye. We also know whenever Cell does power up, he specifically like we feel like the souls of who he's killed, and we do sense like the power he has, and he doesn't employ
well,
that during his fight with Piccolo, and that more went into my point of it's not his purpose to fight Piccolo. He has no reason to fight Piccolo, so
let me
like
ask you
it's
this.
not his objective.
Let me ask you this, right? Because you said the souls of like the people that he ate, right? Are you talking about the Cell that came to the island after he absorbed like many more amounts of people?
Yes.
So I can just simply argue that because he had a decent amount of people, right? Like a lot more, right? Then that's why he was able to feel those types of people. That like that. Also, what?
I don't see why that if they both have souls, if they both power up like that, I don't see why having more would be
Well, he
relevant.
does. Well, he does power up in the beginning of the fight. You know that, right?
I said yeah, I said that was a ki. You know what
What's
a
a
ki
key eye?
is?
No, I don't know. Can you tell me
Okay,
sense? Can you
they
tell me
just
sense?
had like they just like hold up, let me get like the sent you's wording on it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. For some reason, it just includes you, but you know, it should be something in general.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Because Goku also uses ki.
I think everyone uses key eye, but let me just read this. Okay. So why is this applicable?
Okay, so basically, the whole point is basically this, right? So um, we know the statement of obviously, you know, Cell, no, powers unknown. B, we also know that Cell's objective is not to fight Piccolo at the time. That is not his purpose. Therefore, naturally, that's just like not the thing he would focus on the most. And then whenever he goes to fight someone, 17 and 18, that's actually his purpose. Um, he employs a power up technique that actually shows like the power he's gained. Whereas against
Well,
Piccolo, it's just more of a ki and just like emitting ki. It's not necessarily like powering up to the fullest the same way he did against 17. So it just shows that clearly the focus of Cell's like whole thing is not on fighting other characters.
the thing is though, right? To counter that, just because it's not his objective to fight him doesn't necessarily mean he's not going all out. Like for instance, um, let's say right. This is just an example, right? Let's say Piccolo is stronger than Cell, right? And if he's not careful, like Piccolo can kill him, right? Why wouldn't he be going all out? I'm just asking. This is all hypothetical, but I'm just asking you a question.
I mean, Piccolo can't kill Cell. He's already tried at full power and he failed.
Can you send me that?
Okay.
Also, I don't think Piccolo's at full power because he still has his weights on. Like if he was
I
truly
mean,
going
weights
all out, he wouldn't have
just
he wouldn't have his
limited.
weighted clothing on.
Weights would just mostly limit his physical abilities, not necessarily his key.
Oh, can you prove that?
No, I'm just saying that's another interpretation.
Well, I think your
See,
interpretation
like if I have
is.
energy in my hands, I don't think that would be affected by the clothes I'm wearing.
I mean, it's an indication to prove that you're not going at full power, though.
I mean,
Unless you can prove otherwise.
again, I said right. You can be going all
I
out in like
know it's an
physicality.
interpretation.
Yeah, I'm saying you
Oh,
can
okay.
go all out in physicality and not be like going all out in other stats. And then you can go all out in like speed and not go out in physicality. You understand that? So if
That's an
Piccolo tries an all
interpretation,
out
but like,
attack,
can
you
you
still
prove
win.
it though?
What I'm saying.
But can you prove it
What
though?
do you mean?
Can
You
you
want
prove
me to
that
show
Piccolo was
examples
using
of
full
characters
power?
going all out with their speed and not other aspects?
No, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, right, if Piccolo, right, was using his full power, right, can you prove that?
Huh? Is
Can you
saying
prove that
proving that
Piccolo is at
Piccolo is at full power versus Cell
yes,
using his full power key attack?
yeah, because it could
Okay.
just be honestly a key attack that's charged. It doesn't mean he's going all out. As a matter of fact, I can honestly argue that like that wasn't Piccolo's point. What Piccolo was trying to do was figure out what Cell's plan at first, the entire fight, because he literally let his guard down so he can like seem defeated in order to understand a
I
Cell's
mean
objective a
that
lot
would be
better.
more of a side point since he doesn't know
I
about
mean,
like
if you're
Cell's
saying it's a
objective.
side point, but I'm just saying
No,
that
I'm
like
not.
I
I'm
think
saying that Piccolo wouldn't know of Cell's abilities when he says this. He doesn't know that he's gonna absorb. He doesn't know what
okay,
plan. During
I'll
the
counter
fight,
that. I'll counter that, but can I see like the scans first? Okay.
yeah, I just sent them.
Okay.
And then you see how Cell's fine and doesn't need to regenerate.
That doesn't mean anything. He really just pushed him back.
Okay, whenever Cell's like blatantly
Hold
overpowered,
on.
like he loses limbs, like
I
against
mean,
Gohan.
that's when he was using. That's when he like Gohan was because I mean that's different because Goku. I mean not Goku. Gohan was completely outclassing him. Right. I'm not necessarily saying that like huh.
Yeah, okay, then that's just what I'm showing. I'm showing that Piccolo can't kill Cell, and he's tried all out, and he failed.
I think he was bluffing here. I can assume he's bluffing here because if he was really going all out against Cell, right, he would have pulled out everything. If he was really going full power
Pulled out. What do
against
you
Cell.
mean pulled out everything?
I'm talking like he would have been using. He would have first of all, if he was going out, he would have taken off his weights, right? Because we know that.
I already
Hold on,
explained why that
let
could
me, no,
just
no,
be
no, 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 no.
interpreted.
Let me finish. I'm saying that if Piccolo truly wanted to fight an opponent, right, who was stronger than him, because we've seen it before, right? We've seen it against when Gohan was getting hurt against Cell, he was going to take off his weights first because that's implying that he's going full power. Here, he's just wearing his weights, right? And you're saying that it slows down his physical attributes. Fine, but that's you're agreeing with my point that he's holding back. So that means he's not going
Okay,
all out in
well,
fight.
okay. I showed you an attack where he uses ki, which is like the energy to attack. That is an all-out
If
attack with
he
his energy.
hold on, let me
I'm
ask you
not
this,
like
right? If
arguing
he
the physical, so I'm not saying he's going out in every single aspect, just in his ki. And that's why I
but
said he
that's what you said.
tried
But you
going
said
all
he was
out. He
going all
failed.
out though. But you said he was going all
Yeah.
out.
And then he's using a ki attack all out. Like the thing is not contradicted.
The reason why
All right.
I don't believe he was going all out is because he literally the entire fight was trying to find an opening in order to find out what Cell's plan and intentions are, right? Because he let his guard down. He's like, oh no, I'm finished. Like my arm is done. Like there's nothing I can do. And then he's like, Cell, like since I'm gonna die, like tell me your plan, right? He completely like deceived Cell, and then he said, "J.K. Psych, I'm gonna regenerate my arm." And then Cell was like, "Huh? What?" So like it just goes to show that he wasn't indeed going all out. He was literally
Okay,
trying to
wait.
find out his plan. So you can't
Are
say
you
that he was
okay? Are you
he was trying to kill Cell. He was trying to figure out his objective first. So
okay?
I
First
don't
off,
agree that he was going to kill him.
are you aware that Piccolo only figures out about Cell's plan during the fight? So that's like not. This is the beginning of the fight. I don't see why his later objectives apply here.
Can you show me that?
Okay. And even if you were trying to I like killing him, even like Piccolo blatantly says that like he wants to kill Cell. Like after the whole fight, they're like, "Yeah, we need to kill Cell." Like that's just something that happened. I don't see why learning his plan would be relevant. He still wants to kill him.
How much longer do you intend on continuing this point?
I'm ready to conclude, but I want him to. But like he said, he's the one to explain more. So
Okay.
Okay, hold up. Let me get the scans.
yeah, no, take your time.
Okay, I send him a VC scans.
Uh, what is this?
Okay, so whenever during the fight, Cell's like, yeah, I haven't achieved my perfect form yet. Then Piccolo's implied that he has no idea what he's talking about.
And
So he does not know what like Cell's purpose is. He has like no knowledge. He has no like reasoning to like hold back on him. Since you said he's holding back because he wants to learn information from him, but he has like
okay,
no knowledge
my
that he
fault.
has anything.
All right, my fault. I misremembered the fight. My fault. Right.
Okay.
Okay, so they started out right, and they're fighting. And would you say Piccolo had the edge over Cell? Like, would you agree that Piccolo
No,
had the edge over Cell? Hold on. Let me pull out this fight myself.
because Piccolo tries an all-out key attack and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, but you can't prove that he was all out because he wasn't taking off like his weights to prove it.
Okay.
Like, I'm sorry. Look. I understand. Look, I understand what you're trying to say with like, oh, just because you're wearing weighted clothes doesn't mean you're
Yeah,
not necessarily
you're working
negating.
off the
Yeah, I
presupposition
understand that, but I'm saying that if he really
wanted,
wanted to go all out, he would have first taken off his weights. Like we know, like if he's going to go at full power, he's going to take off his weights first. Like we know this.
for physical attacks, yes. I don't see why that
No,
would be
just
related
in
to
general. Like if he's going to
I
go all
didn't
out.
say
No,
in
no, no, no.
general he's going all
I'm
out.
saying in general. I'm saying that if he really wanted to kill him at first, right? If he really wanted to kill him at first, he would have taken off his weights first. That's what I'm trying to argue.
Okay, and again, I just repeat saying killing, like with using his physical attacks and his key. Like you haven't shown why taking his weighted clothes off like means that he's using all this. Like I don't see why the correlation like applies.
Okay, so also I'm watching the fight right now, and Piccolo's beating the dog out of him.
Is he?
Yes.
Because Cell has no damage whatsoever.
Just because you don't show physical damage doesn't mean like is Piccolo losing then? Like I'm asking.
I'm okay. You're the one that's asserting that Piccolo's beating him, the dog out of him, I should say, and I'm saying the
he's
Cell has
beating
like
him with
no
ease,
damage
so
whatsoever. Let me ask you, right?
you want me to
Albert
send
fight?
Hold on. Wait, before you even do that, right? Like, do you want me to to send this? Do you want me to send the video in? Because
No, I
so
already
far,
have
like
the
I've seen.
fight.
Okay, that's fine that you have the fight because so far I've seen Piccolo deflect. I can't even pronounce it. The
Makonko Sapo.
yeah, whatever, right? The special beam cannon, right? And then he's hit Cell multiple times, right? And then he was able to like literally land blows on Cell, and Cell hasn't landed a blow on him just yet. So.
Just yet,
It's clear that like he's winning so far,
because
unless
Cell
I'm
does
missing
land hits
something.
on him.
I'm not saying that he didn't. I'm asking do you want me to to
Okay,
send
so
this?
if he's winning in one part of the fight, I'd like okay.
This is literally no. This is literally the beginning of the fight. This is literally the beginning of the fight, mind you. That's what I'm
That's
saying,
what I'm saying.
right? So wait, what are you saying?
Okay, you're saying he's winning the first part of the fight. I'm like, okay, that doesn't prove like Piccolo was consistently beating the dog out of him.
He was doing it with ease. I mean, maybe my words are too exaggerated, right? He's beating Cell with ease. He doesn't look out of breath or anything after. If you want me to send that, if you want me to
At the
send it, I
beginning of
can.
the fight. No, I'm watching the
Yeah,
fight.
yeah,
Okay, I was just like, I don't really know why this is relevant, but like,
I don't know
I
why
was
this is relevant either.
okay,
Okay, so
Theo,
let's
I'm
just
asking you
can we
to show.
conclude this? Okay,
Okay,
go
now
ahead.
we
No,
can
no,
go
go ahead.
ahead to that.
Go on.
Okay, I'm
Move on.
asking you to show why does removing like I don't. So you can
I'm
go.
saying if he
There's
was
multiple
going
key
all out,
characters.
no. Wait, listen. This is all I'm saying, right? If he was really going all out to kill Cell, he would have taken off his clothing first. That's what I'm saying. That's
Okay,
what I'm
and I'm
saying.
asking you why is your physical burdens related to a key energy type attack?
I'm not even necessarily saying that. I'm just saying that if he wanted to, because you said he tried to kill Cell. That's what you said.
Yes, with
That's your
an
assertion.
all-out
No, no,
attack.
no, no,
I
no, no.
said
Listen. No. Wait. All I'm saying is right. If he was really trying to kill Cell, right? Because I don't think he was. Because if he was really trying to kill Cell, he would have taken off
wait,
his
Theo,
weighted
you know
clothing
what I
first.
said, right? If you said I'm saying, then like that's not what I said. I said Piccolo already tried. He went all out against Cell and he failed. That's what I said, and I've shown that because he went all out and he failed. Like
Did
I'm
he
not,
go all
I'm
out?
not like
Like, are you talking about like when are you talking about when he went all out?
okay. So you were like, hypothetically, if Piccolo could blah blah blah, and I'm like, no, Piccolo's kind of already has tried to kill Cell and he's failed.
Wait,
He's
wait,
gone
you
all
can't just
out.
say you can't just say hypothetically blah blah blah.
No,
What did I
that's what
say?
you said. Okay,
No,
you
what
said
did I say? Because he
hypothetically
said
if Piccolo can kill Cell, something. I don't remember. It was
so then why how am I
weird.
supposed to remember if you're gonna bring up a point like that? You can't just
You
say
said
blah blah
it.
blah. Okay, fine, I said it. What did I say though?
I don't
Because you're
know.
just that's fine. Then don't
And-
bring it up then,
no,
bro.
no,
Because I don't know what
no,
you're
no,
talking about.
I'm trying to remind you what I said because right now you're just strawbitting me. I said
How am I
Piccolo's gone
strawbidding
all out
you?
against Cell and failed to kill him. That's what I said, right? And then I showed a key attack of Piccolo going all out. You said because his weighted clothes are on, then he's not going all out in his key attack. And I'm asking you to show
I
why.
didn't say that. I simply said if he was truly trying to kill him, he would have taken off his weighted clothing. That's what I'm saying. I'm not necessarily saying whether or not like his key output like was what's it called was full or not. I'm simply stating
So
that
do you
if
agree that
Piccolo
his
was
key
going
attack
all
was all out?
first of all, I want you to ask this question, right? Piccolo, right, when he takes an opponent seriously, right, he takes off his weights if he's trying to kill, right? True or false?
I mean, in physicality, sure.
What do you mean in physicality? I'm talking about like
Okay, if he's
overall.
trying to
No, no, no,
brawl
no,
with
no, no.
him,
Listen,
then
listen, no, no,
yes.
no. Listen. Let me finish. Let me finish. If you're going all out overall, right? If you're trying to kill, right, you are going to take the weighted clothing off because it's holding an advantage over you, right? That's how Piccolo fights.
You
That's
can
who he
amp one
is.
stat and not be the same.
That's
You know,
okay.
let
So
me
if you're
give you
trying
an
to end,
example.
no, 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 no. Listen, listen. If you're truly bloodlusted, if you're trying to kill, right, you're not going to have anything that's going to hold you back. That's going to hold you down. That's going to weigh you down. Like you're
Okay,
trying
wait,
to kill an
why is that
opponent.
the
Hold on.
case?
If you're trying to kill an opponent, you're going to use all of your power. You're going to use all your power if you're trying to kill an opponent who's at
Okay,
least
and I
relative to
showed you a
you.
scan that Piccolo is using all of his power. So
Can you prove? Can no, 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 but can you prove though, like what's it called, that he was trying to necessarily kill him? Because like I can just say it's just a key output, right? Because he was just
okay,
trying out.
okay, sure, okay. Being killing, like, okay, that doesn't matter. If he tries to go, if he attacks him with an all-out attack and it does nothing, then okay, sure, that's fine. As long as you agree that he's going all out and he fails, then that's all I care about.
No, I'm not going to
Okay,
agree to
why
that
do you
point.
not agree
I
that he's
don't think
going
that he
all
was
out?
going all out because he was truly going all out to kill him. Then he would have taken off his
Okay,
weight.
and we
Meaning
go
that if
back
he
to the
no no
same
no no
thing.
no hold on let me
Okay,
finish
you do notice
let
your
me yo
reasoning
High
also
Father let me finish
circular, right?
High Father let me how's it being circular? I said let me finish
Okay,
my
so
point.
I asked you why is blah 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 this? Why is your physical? Why is your what's it called? Why is Piccolo's clothes like weighing down his key attack? And then you literally just answered me by saying, "Oh, because if he was truly serious, he wouldn't took out his clothes." It's just
I
the same
said in
reasoning
terms
over and over again.
because the first you made the assertion that Piccolo was trying to kill Cell with an all out attack, and
And
I
I
said
did. You're
not
strawmanning me. That's not what I said. I said
what
he
do
went
you,
all out and tried and failed.
so then that's the point that you made.
And
That's
then
literally the point that you
and then
made.
I even
So then
like
let me so
even
let me
then I
so
just
let me answer that. So let me answer that. Let me answer that. Let me tell you why that's not true. The reason why I don't think that's true is because for one, if he was really trying to go all out, he would have taken off his weighted clothing. If he was
okay.
truly
And then
going out, no, 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 no,
I
no, no.
asked
Listen,
you. I
let
asked
me.
you.
Oh, let me finish. Let me finish. You keep interrupting me. Let me finish, man. I'm saying that if he was going all out to kill an opponent, right, he would use all of his. Like, would you agree with me, right? Like, if Piccolo is trying to kill an
Okay,
opponent that's at least
but
relative
Theo,
to.
I already
Let me finish,
explained.
bro. Let me finish. Let me finish, man. I'm asking you, right? If he's really trying to kill an opponent with if he's trying to kill an opponent, right? Wouldn't he use wouldn't he use all of his wouldn't he use like all of his wouldn't he take off like all disadvantages in order to like do so? Especially if the opponent's relative to him?
Okay, Theo, for
I'm
one, right?
asking you, no, I'm asking you, are you gonna answer my
Okay,
question?
I'll answer that for one, right? You're strawmanning me. I already
How
explained
am I
why
I'm
I
not
did. I
strawmanning you.
said
I'm asking
he
you a
went all
question.
out. He attacked him
How
and
am I
he failed
strawmanning
to
you?
kill
I'm
him.
asking you a
Okay, Theo,
question.
let me explain, right? For one, you're
Please
again
let
you're assuming
Highfather
that
finish his
if he
statement.
wanted to kill him, huh?
I was just saying, please let Highfather finish his statement.
Okay, so basically, right? I said Cell or Piccolo cannot because he's already tried his all-out attack and he failed to kill him. Right? That's what I said. I didn't say he tried to kill him and he failed. That's not what I said. Second off, I already said okay. If we don't want to go by the killing, fine. That's fine with me. I already said I'm happy to drop it. Right? I don't really care about the killing part. All I care about is if you agree that he tried his all-out attack and it didn't kill him. That's all I care about. And that's why I asked you, do you agree with this? And then you said no. And I said why? And then you said the same thing. That's what I'm saying. So
Okay,
do you
so then
understand what I'm saying?
Look, the thing is though, right? How am I supposed to agree with you then if I'm making the point that if he really wanted to kill his opponent, he would have taken off all of his weights?
Okay, because I've asked you for the reason.
Then I don't
why.
have anything else to tell you, bro. Like I don't agree with that point. And then
So
if
you
you
have
want, we
no
can just leave it to the.
reasoning to suggest
What do you
that
mean I
his
don't have any reasoning? I just told you that we've seen it. Actually, if you want me to provide scans, I can provide scans of
yes, and
Piccolo
I've already
taking off his weights.
explained why. Like
Do
the
you want me to send that?
interpretation
Do you
just
want me to say that? Because I can just use a preponderance of evidence if you really want me to do that. I could do that of when Piccolo wants to kill an opponent, or if he wants to use
okay,
his full powers.
Theo.
Do you want me? Do you want me
Why
to
are
do
we?
that?
You're not on killing an opponent. I'm talking about going all out.
That's going all out, trying to kill your opponent,
Okay,
who's
okay,
relative. And
so
I said specifically, if
okay,
especially
so
I said
then Theo,
especially.
why are
Hold
you?
on, let me
Why are you
yo, bro.
saying
Let me
this?
finish, bro. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Right? I'm saying that if it's an opponent that you're trying to kill, especially if they're relative to you, right? Meaning that they're kind of close to you in power, right? You're not going to use things like weighted clothing in order to accomplish that goal. You're going to get rid of all your disadvantages and put yourself at the best advantage possible if you're bloodlusted and you're trying to kill someone who is especially relative to you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, Theo, and I already explained why you can be going all out in one stat and not all of them.
All
And then
right,
I
then can we
never
just leave
said
it?
anything about
All right,
killing.
so can we leave this?
Okay, so you agree that he's going all out in this key attack and he's
Holy
failing to
shit! No, bro. And you're
okay,
saying that I'm not providing. You
why
said that you're
why
no.
do you
Hold on,
disagree?
wait. But then you're saying that I'm not providing reasoning. But I'm telling you right now, right, that like the reason why I
Yes,
don't think he's going.
I know. You said if you want to kill someone, you will take all your advantages, right? But I'm not like saying that he's literally trying in every
That's my
he's
reasoning. If you're
trying
not
in
happy
this
with it,
key
fine.
attack.
Leave it to the judges then.
Okay,
I
so
said let's just conclude the point.
you agree
Chill,
that he
chill, chill,
tried
chill,
all
chill,
out in this key
chill,
attack.
chill, chill,
No, I didn't.
chill. So I feel
No.
like this is like it's gonna be the same point for like another 10 minutes.
Okay. No, we can conclude then.
All right, let's conclude then. You can go first.
Okay, should I go first?
Yes,
Is this
what I
like
said.
just a
Okay.
conclusion to like this point or the whole debate?
Yes.
At this point.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
What the fuck is Hakai? Is Hakai even still here?
I don't think he is. I'll just conclude.
Yeah.
Okay, so Theo first brought up Cell and Piccolo, or Cell not doing very well against Piccolo, and Piccolo 17 doing better against Piccolo than Cell did. I said that Cell can just simply be suppressed. I showed why, as it says, the narrator states that he doesn't know the depths of his power, and I showed why like Cell's purpose is just not the case. Cell Theo said he can be interpreted as his potential. I explained why that wouldn't be an entailing of the depths of his power. I went back and forth in that, but I just feel I show why it's just more logical to assume that it's his current power. Um, I also mentioned him not powering up, and I showed the key I showed. Theo just didn't receive that much attention with this. I also showed Piccolo trying all out to kill Cell, or using an all out attack against Cell, my bad, and failing to like kill him. Theo said that he's not going all out because he has his weighted clothes on. I asked him, well, why would his weighted clothes be holding down his key attacks? I didn't really get an answer for this for a long period of time. Theo also said that Piccolo's reason to be holding back because he wants to know his plan. I just sent him scans that showed that like Piccolo had just no idea who this guy was. He just knew he was an enemy, a monster to stop. Theo just kind of agreed to this. Again, we went back on the point of uh, like Piccolo going all out. I asked him why his key attacks would hinder him. I didn't really get an answer. I went back on this for a while. I called circular reasoning. He tried, I think, what happened? Let me think. He tried, like, just saying that you need every advantage in order to kill. I just said, like, that's just not what I said. Then I asked him if he agreed a few times. He just didn't never agreed. So, like, point. Overall, I feel like proved why, like, the fight wouldn't matter. There's just a lot of evidence to suggest Cell wasn't taking it completely seriously. Um, and I also showed that even when Cell's like not taking it seriously, Piccolo still like fails to kill him. So yeah.
Are you done?
Yes, he is done, Theo. You may speak.
Yeah, he's done.
All right. Look, the reason why I think I won this point was because we were first speaking about how Cell how the narrator said that how Cell's power is still unmeasured. This is after he explicitly explained the plan to Piccolo after he absorbed his arm. And how I refuted it was that I said simply, if he gets a hold of 17 and 18, then that means that he could be a complete threat, meaning that we don't know how strong he is at that point. We don't know how strong he'll be. So that's why he's saying it's a measure, right? And also, what I was trying to say on the weighted clothing point was simply that if he was going all out, if he was using an all out attack, right? If he was trying his best, if he was really trying his best against Cell, there's no reason that he'd be having his weight and clothing on. For instance, he's done. He was going to take off his weights to save Gohan when he was getting beat up by Cell. He also did this when he also took off his weights when he was going up against a stronger opponent like 17. And again, the whole key output thing, right? I felt like I refuted it. I refuted it properly because I don't think Piccolo was going all out at first. Even though he charged up an attack, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going up at full power. So that's how I refuted it. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
Arthur, do you want to give your judgment first, or?
Give yours.
All right. Well, in all, I feel as if Highfather was able to prove his assertion was over yours. I don't feel like you were able to prove that. Why? Well, one of your points. I don't feel like you were able to prove why him having weighted clothing on would hold back his ki necessarily. I also don't think you were able to prove that. 17 would be relative to an all going out imperfect cell, since Highfather asserted that Piccolo, when fighting Cell wasn't actually going all out, and I think he was able to prove that fairly well. All in all, I feel Highfather was better able to prove his points.
We didn't conclude the debate. We concluded a point. I didn't bring up 17 in terms of what's it called, the actual debate or the point.
Okay. Well, in terms of that point, I'll give, in my opinion, I'll give that to Highfather. My bad.
My judgment, I think Theo won at first, right? I just thought his claims until after Theo.
You're cutting out.
What?
Arthur.
You cut
Arthur,
out.
your mic's like cutting out a lot. Oh, there he goes.
Hello?
Okay, restate your verdict.
Okay, I do think Theo won at first, right? And then I heard him basically say, he basically conceded to the fact that it was a full power key attack, right? And then Theo brought up something about killing, and Highfather basically said why would that matter if he's still going full power? So I do think he won that point, because just because you're trying to kill somebody, I mean, just because you're going full power doesn't necessarily mean you have to killing intent, in my opinion. So
I agree with that. I agree with that. Just because I am going all out doesn't mean I have intent to kill. But yeah, so I guess
He literally said.
we'll go to Highfather.
I didn't.
I mean,
if he said that,
if you want to refute it,
He literally said at first. He literally at first said he couldn't kill him. That's what he said at first, and that's all I refuted. So if that's how you feel, then whatever, you can have the point.
oh,
But I
he
was
said
contending
another
that point
point.
first.
He said he.
I
I'm
don't
pretty
know
sure
if he dropped it or not, but that's what he said at first, and that's what I was contending. But if that's how you guys
dropped
feel,
that point, right? You dropped the killing thing, right? You just went
No,
off the
I
beat.
explained why that wasn't my intent, and then afterwards, I
Yeah,
just
I thought
okay,
multiple times I
that's
heard
fine.
him say, "Oh, he didn't want to kill. He didn't want to kill." That's personally what I heard multiple times.
yeah, I just kept hearing that Theo was trying to assert that he wasn't able to kill him, and then
Yeah, but I
Highfather
dropped that. I
otherwise.
said that's not what I care about.
Okay, yeah. So basically, you were just trying to assert that he doesn't have to be trying to kill him to be using his full power in a key blast.
all right, man, have the point, man.
Okay, so we're going off the basis that Cell just doesn't is suppressed during the fight.
I don't have a choice, but yeah.
Okay, so going off of that
Hey, hold on
alone,
one second. Else, how much time is left?
45 minutes.
this is just
Okay,
my
you
last.
guys, you guys might want to hurry up.
You
Okay,
got
so
enough time for one more point. Wait, who
Okay,
won
so
this point?
it was
Highfather.
me.
Okay.
Okay, so going off the basis that if Cell's like not all out again, so Piccolo then. Now, I think you already know the scans of Kami stating that Cell had greater power than the androids.
Yeah, it's contradicted.
Okay, how is it contradicted?
You do know like Android 16 is still an Android, right? For one and two,
Wait,
like
repeat that.
you do know that Android 16, right, is still relative to that of Cell. And this is before
Yeah.
Cell like absorbs Android 16, right? And then also uh, this is Kami making that statement before he even absorbed all those towns.
You're
So
cutting out.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
So I'm saying, right? I'm saying that Android 16 is a contradiction to that. Is a contradiction to that statement
I mean, I
because
don't see how.
the reason why I say that is because this is the Android 16 before, or this is Cell before he absorbed those towns. And would you agree with me that it's like 16 and Cell were relative?
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna go by. I'm gonna explain why 16 wouldn't contradict it. I can just say that like
Well,
we can just interpret
well,
this as Kami basing it off
do you
the
agree or
power he's
not?
seen from Sentinel.
Do you agree or not?
I just don't think that's relevant. I'm attacking something
I'm
else.
asking you, but I'm asking a question. Do you
Because you're
think it is
saying
or
that
not?
16 contradicts it, and I'm saying Kami's statement doesn't have the
Well,
detail of 16.
I'm asking a point I'm asking like a part of the point. Because I'm gonna let you have your
Yeah,
thing.
sure.
But do
16
you
is relative
agree?
to Cell.
All right,
Just yeah, sure.
all right.
But I don't think it's irrelevant. But okay, so we can just interpret it as showing off the power of 1718. They're the main focus at the time. They're the main threats. They're the ones that are um, causing havoc across the world. It just makes more sense that it's referring to them. They're the main objective. They're the ones Trunks talked about. The 16 is just more of a wild card, and he's more unknown at the time. So it just makes more sense that Kami's talking about Android 17 and 18.
Well, first of all, you can't even. Would you agree with me that would you agree with me that you can't sense the android's energy?
Yeah, sure. I don't think that matters.
Okay, fine. So like, how is he supposed to get a good reading if
Okay,
he
because
can't
we
even
can
sense? Hold on,
see
let me finish. Yo,
characters.
let me finish. Yo, let me finish, man. All right, I'm saying
Okay.
that right.
Chill,
He's saying
Theo,
that.
chill.
No, let me talk, bro. What all I'm saying is right. It's like one that possesses an even greater power than even the artificial humans, right? Why wouldn't he be talking about 16?
Okay, because I just explained that.
All right, say it again.
Okay, I said a 17 and 18 are the main concern at the time. They're the main focus. They're the ones that are causing havoc across the world. They're the ones Trunks specifically warned the world about. They're the ones that have been exerting power and fighting this entire
So then, wait, you cut out.
up until the with Cell was more of
You
a
cut out. You
wild
cut out.
card. They
You
didn't
cut
know
out. You
what
cut
he
out. You cut
was.
out. You
He was
cut
more
out.
unknown. Okay, I'll repeat that. 17 and 18 are the main point of the entire arc, right? They're the ones Trunks came back for. They're the ones that are destroying cars, buildings, stealing, doing whatever, right? Up until this point, 16 has only been portrayed as you know, as a flawed, just random robot that's weaker than 17, right? That's what he's holding, right? He's just a wild card until this Cell fight. So Kami, who's just talking about the threats to Earth, 17 and 18 being the primary ones that he's warned about, it just makes more sense that he'd be talking about 17 and 18.
All right, so fine. Okay, he's talking about 17 and 18, right? But how does that put Cell above 16?
Okay, Theo, can you just think about what I just said? I said Kami's statement does not have to be referring to 17 and 18. I mean 16.
Okay, so fine. But you did
Not
agree that
asserting Cell above 16.
so so when Cell pulls up to the island, right? You agreed that like 16 is relative to Cell, right?
Sure.
Right. This is before he like absorbed like all those people. And like if you think about it, if he absorbed all those people before, right? The Cell that like is presented in Gendertown, right? Would you say 16 is above Cell?
I don't know. We didn't see anything from 16. We'd have to wait a few episodes.
All right.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Hello.
Just to let you guys
Give me
know,
a second.
Just to let you guys know, the
Okay.
debate's at 52 minutes right now.
Okay. Theo.
Can you give me a second?
Are you looking for a scan or?
I'm reading something. Just give me a second. Okay, so what are you trying to like convey?
Okay, so I showed the scans. You said that statement would entail of 16. I said why. That doesn't have to be interpreted that case, and I give my reasoning. And therefore, Kami's statement won't include 16, so 16 is completely irrelevant. More of a red herring.
Just because he showed feats? Is that what you're trying to say? Like 17 and 18, like they showed feats? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm saying that they were the main focus of this arc. They're the main
Just because they're
threats.
the main focus doesn't mean 16 isn't part of it.
Okay, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying whenever a statement like this is made, it's more likely talking about the characters that are focused on. I explained why 16 is more of a wild card and more of an unknown character.
Okay, so what are you trying to convey then? Past that,
Okay,
past
so
Kami's
that
points. I'm
so
still
if
manning this, but
okay, so if the statement doesn't have to entail of 16, then the statement would never be contradicted. You're asserting that it's contradicted.
um uh hold on. I need to like actually like see um can you send me when Kami sent the statement?
Yeah, I've sent it in VC scans.
No, I mean, could you send me like like at least like the link of where you're watching this? Because like I want to get like the full context.
Okay, I can tell you the full context.
Like, I'm good.
Okay.
I'll just
So basically, right? So Piccolo's on Kami's lookout. He's talking to Kami, and then Kami's like looking down, and then Piccolo's like just making remarks, and then Kami's like, oh, he's like shivers, and then Piccolo's like, what? And then what is it? And then Kami's like, I don't know. All I know is that there's a power. There's like a monster life form that has power that greatly exceeds the androids. And then Piccolo's like, what is it? What is it? And then Kami's like, you don't need to know since I'll merge with you, and then you'll figure out already. And if you want like confirmation that the statement like is correct, then I can give you that as well.
um I just want to like see it for myself. That's literally it. Like, can you like just send me like this like the thing or something? Like, you can't send me that.
I see the link. I mean, I don't think it's that relevant, but
I'm asking you, man.
yeah, okay, I'll give you the link.
Are you gonna send the link or?
Yeah, I'm fine.
So is the debate like near done?
Yeah, this is the last point.
Alright.
Okay, it should be 141.
I got a timestamp, please.
Yo, I haven't like been here, so like who was winning the points so far?
You said what?
Who was winning the points so far? Or if there's not been judged on yet?
This point?
I don't know, just points in general, because I wasn't here for like 90% of the debate.
Highfather's been like mid to high diffing.
Yeah.
Hi, thank you.
You want the actual
Probably more
judges,
like-
like
I
if you want
think
the
it's
actual
been
judges,
diffing.
what you call it? It's been the judgment is 1-0 Highfather so far, and
Yeah,
Theo's on the
Hi, thanks.
just
on the
letting
steel
Tim
man
know,
point.
you guys are about an hour now, so you got about 30 minutes left.
Oh yeah, Benji, I got a debate after this. You want to judge it for me?
What's the topic?
It's Naruto AP scaling and then Naruto versus Luffy.
Yeah,
Who is it
Theo,
against?
Huh?
Theo, I can't find the timestamp or like link whatsoever. I don't think I'm using the right episode. So, like I already explained the context. I don't need to be like exerting so much effort finding a link.
I just needed the.
I'm trying to find it, but I already explained what the gist of it was, and I still can't find it.
Kai, sorry, who are you gonna be debating, you said?
It's just some random off of Instagram.
Okay. I might do it. I don't know.
But Theo, just like as like a curious thing, why do you care about the context?
I just want the entirety of the context so I can understand more.
You sound like senpai right now, Highfather, but I'm not gonna say anything else. All I'm gonna say is
Okay. For one, I already explained the context, right? And I'm looking for the link right now. It's not something I just don't want to give. It's something I literally just can't find. It's like these episodes.
Well,
Your link, by the way. So, cough, cough. But they're just a bit slow. So,
when did
Author, I'll be right- Author, I'll be right
what
back.
time period did Theo ask for the scan?
I don't remember.
Author.
Because you got to remember about burden of rejoinder.
Time limit.
We did set a time limit. It was 10 minutes.
I don't remember when he asked for the scan. Like I wasn't looking at the.
I got it. It's 11:36 and 1:40. I'll send you the link.
Oh, I just needed the. You said 140?
Yes, 1:40, and it is 18:36, I believe.
836?
1836, I believe he said.
1836. Dude, are you trolling or something? You know what?
I'm not.
That's literally Piccolo just walking in.
Wait for it. Wait, the whole scene is Piccolo walking around and Kami whining about the throne. Like that's the whole scene.
Wait, are you on like the sub part or the dub part? Like, are you watching
It's on
the
the
sub?
sub.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so this whole thing is Piccolo says enjoy it while you can. Kami's like, yeah, my uneasiness in my heart was not the result of the androids. And he says he doesn't know what it is either and what came back in the time machine. Piccolo says, like, what? then Kami says that the life form exceeds the androids. It's the exact same as like 1853. The scene starts in 1846. I also just want to point out that the whole scene sort of implies that like Cell's a larger threat than the androids. Even
Yeah,
when
larger threat doesn't mean he's stronger.
no, okay, wait, can I explain? Okay, when he's a larger threat to the sea fighters in general, even when they don't know that he can become perfect or do all of the stuff he can. That's just more of implications. Anyway, so Theo, so I asked you, what are we like? What are we doing with like this context?
All right, look, all I'm saying is right. Two things. One, why wouldn't he include 16? Like you're saying that because he hasn't done anything, right? But like he's literally God, so like he'd literally like understand. Like,
Okay,
hold on, wait. I'm just saying that like he would include 16, and I don't think that Cell's stronger than 16 at the time.
Theo, but I gave my reasoning as to why I believe that.
All right, I
Statement
just think it's up
can
to
be interpreted.
interpretation. What do you want me to tell you, man?
Okay, but your interpretation is just it includes 16. And then I said why it couldn't, and I went into elaboration.
All right, and then I'm saying that I think that he does include 16 because he would know like how big of a threat like all of them are, and I
Okay,
think that
do
that's
you
an
know my
incorrect
explanation
assertion.
as to the general statement?
What do you want me to say, man? I don't have
Okay,
anything.
so I'm saying that 17 and 18 are the main focus of this arc, right? It doesn't matter if 16 is also there. They're the main focus. They're the main ones that are there.
I don't know.
Priority.
I think
They're the
they're all
structure.
a considerable threat. I think all 16, 17, and 18 are all
Okay,
included.
and do you remember what I said? That I said 17 and 18 are the ones fighting. They're the ones destroying cars and buildings. They're the ones treated as menaces. They're the ones that are told that they destroyed Trunks' future. That's just the main thing are them. That's just what. Even the whole plot is just clearly portraying 16 as a pacifist. That's just what it is.
It's okay to be a pacifist, but you can still be stronger than someone, i.e.,
Uh,
Gohan being stronger than
but
Imperfect
okay,
Cell.
but Theo, that's not what I'm arguing.
You can still be a threat.
I'm
Like I'm
saying that you're saying that all of them are portrayed as threats, and I'm saying that's not the case because 17 and 18 are clearly shown terrorizing places, destroying cars, doing all this. 16, on the other hand, is portrayed more as simply a guide and a pacifist who likes animals and nothing more. That's simply what he's portrayed as.
okay. Well, okay. So I don't know what you want me to do. Like, what are you trying to get? What are you
Okay,
trying to
so
get at me at this
that's
point?
why I'm explaining why it just makes more sense for Kami's main focus to be on the characters that are the main focus of the entire arc. And statements like that should apply for them specifically.
Okay.
So
Like,
then
what are you trying to get at me?
there's no contradiction because he's never stating that 16 at full power is inferior to Cell at the point in time. He's saying that Cell in Gingertown is stronger than 17 and 18, right? Therefore, is this debate 17 or Vegeta? I think it's 17.
17.
Anyway, so then, and if he blatantly states 17 is stronger, and if we already got the point across that the Cell fight with Piccolo just doesn't matter, that just means the scale stands uncontradicted.
All right. So I don't really have much to say. All I had to say is that like I think he included 16 as well. I don't know why he'd leave out 16. You're saying that he would leave 17. I think it's up to interpretation, but we can just conclude it.
Oh, all
Okay,
right.
I'll go first.
Okay.
So after hold on, let me just get this stuff. So my main point of this point was since we agreed to the previous point that a Cell statement that we were both aware of would stand uncontradicted. I sent the scans of Kami stating he's stronger. Um, Theo said that this would be contradicted because it includes 16. I explained various times why interpretation would just be more focused towards 17 and 18 as they're just the main focus, main villains of this arc. Um, Theo again asked like why I thought that I explained again, like why that's just more like the case. Then I repeated what I meant by this, just simply saying that the scale would be uncontradicted. Um, I think Theo also said I brought up being a bigger threat. Theo just said that like that doesn't mean they're stronger. I feel that was something I just didn't really extrapolate on. All in all, I feel just on the point. I feel I gave my scans. I showed my reasoning. In general, I just showed why Cell is just generally considered stronger. I explained why. State would never be contradicted. So yeah, it's a good debate, man.
I didn't even get to conclude, but
No, I'm not. I'm not like no, you can conclude now.
all right. So again, I don't know why you would think that just because they're the focus that would mean that like he's leaving them out. And if you really want to be like specific, he would have. Right. I think he's including all 16, 17, and 18. And if that was the case, then that's why the statement would be contradictory because 16 at that point is stronger than Cell. Um, I don't see a reason why Kami, who overlooks everything, would all of a sudden just leave out 16, even though like if I because I still man the point that like 17 and 18 can be the focus, but just because they're the focus doesn't mean that like 16 isn't involved. I still think that I just think that since for one he can't necessarily sense the android's key. I don't think he has a good judgment on like how strong all three of them are, and yeah, I think that that statement is just contradictory because 16 is indeed stronger than Soul at that point. And yeah, that's why I think that statement doesn't hold. So
Um, so I'll let author go first. I'm sorry, I went first last time, so you can go ahead.
I feel like my father won this one also, just because I felt like he emphasized that like they wouldn't like Kami wouldn't point him out because he's not a main threat. So like it's not like he's actually gonna be like fighting. It's not like he's gonna be like a vocal point of the story or arc or whatever. Like he said. So like in my opinion, okay, so yeah, in my opinion, I feel like it would just be like that's like the logical reasoning as to why Kami would leave him out. So yeah, I think I further win.
Um, I I guess I say I have to agree. I feel Theo had a good premise, but I think author said,
Plus,
I
yeah,
think
plus Theo didn't he didn't give a whole lot of reasoning. He just said, yeah, I think it's because of that. Gave it like a good premise and like didn't back it up too much,
yeah,
in my
like I said,
opinion.
I think Highfather just emphasized his points a little better and a little more. But overall, Theo, you had a good premise. I think you just needed to emphasize it a little more, give it a little more reasoning. So I'll agree with author on this, and I think Highfather won this.
Was that like the whole entire debate?
Yeah, and
Okay,
that's it.
okay, so then the verdict was that
Yeah.
Highfather won this.
Because that was for both points. Like I think, like if there were two big points and both went to Highfather, then like I'm pretty sure we just won
All
that.
right, then I guess Highfather is the verdict of this.
Yeah, the verdict would go to Sammy.
Yeah,
Congratulations, Highfather.
there might be like a losers bracket, so I wouldn't
Hi. Yeah.